Easy? It's not an option in your life. Life is hard. Life is hard. Stop wasting valuable time. You deserve to be successful in your life. Your why have to be greater than your fears in your life. No matter how difficult the situation you are in right now, it will surely soon come to pass.
Hi, my name is Solomon Otre, and this is my true life story.
My name is Sylvia Lawson. Today we have a very inspiring story. Our guest is a gentleman, a very fine gentleman, from a very humble background. His life changed because he made a decision. One decision has changed his life. I want you to stay tuned as we listen to this wonderful gentleman as he shares his life-changing experience. His name is Mr. Solomon Otre. We all call him Carlsberry. Carlsberry, you are welcome to the breakfast show.
Thank you so much. You're so welcome. You are looking so good today.
Thank you so much. And I also like how sharp you are looking.
Thank you so much.
Carlsberry, where from the name Carlsberry?
Well, Carlsberry is a name given to me by the Almighty God when I was on the street selling, as all you know, puff, as fruits.
Okay.
That is where I got the name Carlsberry. At that time, I was selling cashew nuts. So whilst I was saying, cashew, then it just came Carlsberry. So my friends also on my back were also teasing of the name Carlsberry.
Carlsberry.
Then I took the name upon myself as my Nicky. Then along the way, as I'm building my business, one prophet man also told me I should add the empire to it.
Wow.
So that's where I got the
Carlsberry Empire. So Carlsberry Empire is the name of your company?
It's my name of my personal
company. Wow. So who is Carlsberry? Tell us, where did you grow up? Your family?
Okay. Actually, I was born and bred in Ashama.
Ashama,
Zongulaka, somewhere Baku Flat. That was where I was born in Ashama.
Okay.
I was born in a room. I wasn't born in a hospital. I was actually born in a room.
Wow. But where do you come from?
Actually, I'm coming from Kede. Somewhere in the eastern region.
Yeah. But your parents migrated to Accra and you've been in Ashama
all
your life.
All my life.
You were born in a room in Ashama. You lived in Ashama.
School in Ashama.
All right. So you stayed with both parents?
No.
Okay.
Actually, my father rejected me in a womb. So I didn't got to know my father until I was 5 years old when my mother just took me to my father that she can also take care of me. So she is tired of me, blah 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 blah. So actually I became very tired of myself. So that's why I started hustling myself. Actually I started selling the profits when I was at the age of 5.
Wow.
At that time I was selling on the ice chest. For instance, ice chest now.
Okay.
Excessive, not even the wood sieve, the rubber sieve, rubber ice chest. The only not a woman. Oh
wow.
At that time I find children to I saw it on Pentecost.
Oh, Ashama.
Oh, Ashama on Pentecost.
So who was frying the?
At that time it was my grandmother. My grandmother who was frying the both fruits, and my mother also used to also sell it around, and I also take some to go go and sell it on my church. That's what I do when I was 5. So I sold it for almost 8 to 10 years in my life.
Both fruits. And cashew.
Both fruit, cashew, pure water.
All in Ashama.
And Tiro. That was what I was selling.
I see. Yeah. So you are a typical street boy.
I'm a typical street boy. I'm a hustler. The word is hustler. I'm a hustler.
A hustler.
Yeah.
So where you lived, I just want to understand where you lived. So you were with your mother and your grandmother.
I was with my mother and at the same time with my grandmother. But my mother got married again to another man. So she moved with the man.
Okay.
So I was only left with my grandmother and my 4 siblings. and each of us has different fathers. That is how we were born. So
Okay.
I'm on my own father. My
Okay.
elderly sister is also
Has her own
own
father.
The one at my back also has her own father. Actually, we are 4,
Okay.
and I'm the second.
Ah, okay.
I'm the only male child too as well.
Wow. So your mother moved.
So my mother moved to his new husband's house. So it was left to we the 4 to hustle
Okay.
on our own.
And did she have other children with a new husband?
No, that one was when my mother, when we were 3, and she got another new husband.
Okay.
Now she's having one daughter with
Okay.
a new husband.
So now you are 5.
So now we are
You are
still
4. It's 4 now.
We are still
Okay.
4, yeah.
All right. So what school did you attend in Ashiaman?
Well, actually, I didn't go to school early because I started school at the age of 5 when I was selling the book because my mother doesn't have money, my father too doesn't care, my grandma doesn't care. My mother was taking care of my elderly sister in the kindergarten. So I didn't start school early. I started school at the age of 5. Even how I started school, I was selling the book. The little money I had is what I also used to support my mother to get
At
me
age 5?
At the age 5.
You knew how to count money and give change.
At that time, it was this 20 pesos, 50, then 100, that old currencies.
Yeah.
And that are not for the new ones. Now you come 100,
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
So if I take this year, my profit is 100. That is 100 in today is 1 cedi.
Yes, 1 CD.
That is how I grew up.
Okay.
So if I don't go, I don't get money to feed
Eat.
myself.
So it was from that Beaufort money that you were taking care of yourself in school.
In school, and at the same time also feeding my
Your other siblings.
too as well, because my mother is a type, now she was suffering from ulcer.
Mm.
So it's not any time she can have the effort to also move to go and sell. So sometimes me as a guy, I put it as a challenge to myself that I will go and sell the for the little money I have. I also used to support my mother. So sometimes after selling the buffet on the street, my mother also used to sell this cashew nuts and also tea roll. So when the buffet got finished, then I'll go and take the tea roll and go and sell for her until 7 p.m. Then we all walk back from Goy, Guy oil to Ashama. We walk from Tamagai to Ashama.
What?
That's what we used to do.
Every day?
I sold every single day. The day I didn't go, my grandma would beat me because I wouldn't have money to go to school. So it got to some point, I was not having interest in the school anymore.
Yeah, because you needed to.
I needed
live.
to work
to
have my mother, to support my mother. It got to some point to the extent that my mother wasn't having anything on her.
Even after her second marriage?
Sure, anything. And the sad news is that the husband she even got married to was also a shoemaker. So how will they even survive?
Fire to fire.
Fire. But because of love, you cannot also go and tell mommy that, oh, live here to also live here. No, it's mommy's life. You cannot detach from a mommy.
Wow.
That is how life, that's the kind of life I was living.
Hey, into school, no,
actually in JHS, no,
we primary to
primary to JHS. To do JHS, no, me call a Tamatek, no. I have to sell. Other time you say like when you complete school, they give you like at least 3 months to do some things. So within this 3 months, no, I was selling cashew nut, I was selling tea roll, I was taking actually toilet serve you toilet. No, me did toilet ska. I was selling jots, cigarettes, just to earn something to support myself in the Tamatek.
So how did you manage selling all these things at the same time and then finding time to collect money from people coming to use the public toilet?
Bro, this is what public toilet, you wake up around 3 a.m.
That's when the public toilet opens.
Opens 3 a.m. So around 3 a.m. I will start there until 11. So the 11, then I'll go and at that time the Beaufort, it takes time. You move Beaufort to use around, you wake up around 5 a.m. to go and do everything. Then you, because of the east, it takes time around 10. Then before by 11 we started to fry. So by 11 I have to be at home to go and take my shower, then come and take the Beaufort, then move
to the street.
So by 3, 4, because I have so many customers on the ghetto. On the ghetto, they know as soon as I get there, roughly by 2, 3, my boyfriend is finished. Then I have to, because at that time I've already gotten to the Ashama overhead, where Stone By normally used to do his beam concert.
Yeah.
I've already gotten there. So instead of going back to home, I'll walk to
The overhead.
the overhead to go and support my mother there. At the new Tema Flower, what they are doing.
Yeah.
I'll go and support my mother there. That's what I used to do.
Then from there you walk home.
Then from there we walk home from Guide
Guy.
to Ashima.
So daily,
Daily. That's what I used to do.
just to get some money to get you into Tema Technical.
Technical.
What course did you reach there?
I in Tematech, actually I was supposed to go into electricals because I was having passion in electricals. But when I got there, they said the room was full for electrical, so they were able to give me the opportunity to study plant mechanic engineering.
Okay.
So that's what I studied
Wow.
in Tematech.
Did you finish?
Actually, Tematech, I was able to finish my first year, second year, third year. In my final year, and I reached my school fees. Actually, my third year, I was able to do my practicals. Then, with the theory, I couldn't write my science. I didn't write my English. I didn't write my electric maths. So
Wow.
at that time is what I used. That was the time I got opportunity for someone to introduce multi-level marketing to me.
Okay.
That was somewhere 2015.
Okay.
But 2012, I had the opportunity in 2012 when I was in DHS before I moved. But I couldn't take the business serious.
Okay.
So I went back.
So in JHS, when somebody gave you the opportunity to
Yeah.
do multi-level marketing,
Yeah.
how old were you?
At that time, 2012, I was somewhere 17, 18.
18. Okay.
I was very young. Now, guys,
Yeah.
I've grown up.
This is what is it?
Now, this year, by God's being so good, I'm getting 25.
You'll be 25 this year. In July.
In July 22nd.
July 22nd.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back. So whilst in school, it means that the Tema Technical, when you
No,
didn't finish.
I didn't finish.
Okay. At Tema Technical,
Yeah.
you were still selling.
Yes. My first year in Tematechnical, because I was, if you know Tema very well, come to 7, the main road,
Yeah.
GTP road, you see Afro road,
Yeah.
the one they're doing. Before you get to the bottom of where they are doing the renovation of the
new
intersection.
Yeah.
You realize that people sell on the streets.
Yes.
That is where I was selling the cashew nut and the tea room.
That was your main.
That was my main capital. So Tematech, we close around 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. from 4, I'll put my selling cloth on my back. So as soon as we close, I walk to the roadside. At that time, my mother is just going to change and rebrand myself. And even sometimes I normally visit Obinim Church because it's around that place. And Obinim Church, sometimes they buy my cashew nut a lot.
I see.
So that's what I do.
Wow.
For the past 3 years.
Wow.
Yes.
So as you were in school, growing up through all these difficult times, coming by money, very difficult, taking care of your 3 siblings, your mother, and your grandmother.
Yeah.
Did you have aspirations? Did you think that you could come out of that problem?
Yeah, actually, I was having a vision.
Okay.
I was having a vision to be very successful. Because I've realized that even the owner of Facebook, at the age of 21, he was a billionaire. So it was my dream, and also something that I have to also become very successful.
Okay.
And I was also feeling that I have to make money. I have to make money to take care of mommy.
Yeah.
And also my inspiration more is to make money so that my family members could not hold a family meeting without me.
Wow.
That is the main reason why.
That was your main focus.
Main focus.
Like a call for a family meeting, you'll be relevant.
I'll be relevant.
If you're not there, the meeting doesn't start.
And as we speak now, it is happening.
Wow.
Anytime they hold a family meeting, if I'm not there,
It doesn't
it
start.
doesn't start. Unless I give them go ahead, I'm not coming. That one, they can go ahead and start.
And it is only God who can do that.
Exactly.
Change your situation from a nobody.
That is why without God you are nothing.
It's true.
And that is why your own God can give you an opportunity in your life.
Yes.
Nobody, no man can give you an opportunity. It's only God.
And it's God who also gives you the ability to be able to grab the opportunities when it comes your way.
Exactly. And God will always use a man to bless you.
Yeah.
It is not a man who bless you. God uses that man as a point of contact to bless you. Because whatever we use our mouth to speak, it comes to pass. Because God said, let there be light, and there was light. God created man in his own image. He said, let created man in his own, our own image. So he spoke,
and it happened.
And it happened. So whatever you use your mouth to say, that is what it shall come to pass. If you believe in it and you believe in whatever you are saying. That's why I always tell people, nobody can shut your dreams down unless what you give it to them.
Yeah.
That is how life is.
Yeah.
If you believe in yourself, everything is possible in your life.
So through all these challenges,
Yeah.
you had a vision for yourself.
I had a vision for myself.
You wanted to make it. You wanted to be successful.
Madam, Sikaya,
Sikaya.
calm that down. When you started receiving 10,000 Ghana cedis a month, that is when you realize how money is very important in your life.
We'll get to that part.
Yes.
Carlsberry, what worry?
Actually, I'm not married, but I'm engaged.
Good. So very soon we'll be invited to your wedding.
Very soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoever that lady is lucky and is blessed. And I believe she appreciates where you have come from.
Exactly.
And where you are now.
Exactly.
So in your life journey, we want to know what changed. What opportunity came and how did you grab it?
Well, let me use this platform to say a very big thank you to Mr. David Frimpong. This man, there's no way I'll stand and I'll say bad thing about that man. Because that man has really, really blessed me in my life. Imagine when I was selling bullfruit on the street. Bullfruit gala. And that day.
What's gala?
Bullfruit gala. And that day.
What does gala mean?
Gala. Mean
Hot.
it is hot.
It's hot.
Which is partner that sip. I don't know I have to share.
Does your grandma still sell?
No.
Okay.
Now I've let them all stop.
Levels have changed.
Oh, madam.
We'll get there.
So when I was selling the bullfruit on the street, somewhere at Shaiman, St. Mary, I don't know where whoever posted that poster, that flyer, or I don't know. I saw the post and earned 800 Ghana cedis in a month, work with an American company. So I don't know. I just took my phone. I was there. I was
just by the road.
I thought I was holding my young phone. This young phone. So I just called the number.
800 cedis a month.
800 cedis in a month.
With an American company.
Hey, at that time, somewhere 2012, it's a big money.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me give an opportunity. So when I saw the poster, I called the number, and there goes a man called Mr. David Frimpong, who picked my call. When he picked the call, this is what he said: young man, I want you to meet me at Okpongolo, somewhere in East London. At that time, to me, the only place I know.
Your constituency was Ashiaman.
My territory is only thing I know.
Ashiaman,
Comty-7, Tema. That is my territory.
East Legon was abroad.
Before I even take car from Ashaman to Accra, I'm going to my hometown. That is.
You're going to Kede.
Oh, I tell you. So the time the man called me and I took the car from Accra to East Legon. Actually, when I was in the car, I got lost. So a certain man directed me to East Legon, Eco Bank. So they were having an orientation opposite just Eco Bank.
Okay.
So when I went, it was like a lot of people were there. Prominent people, like big people. Some of them were wearing suits, well dressed. When I look at myself, I said, I'm there. So the man said, "Sit down, young man, sit down." So when I sat down, and there's a man who is also a 2-star director in general language called Mr. Kobane Agua.
Okay.
He was presenting an American opportunity to the people. So I sat down and I listened to the opportunity. And all what I could sound in my mind is that,
Which means bring people and come.
Come on.
Okay.
That's what me.
Bring people to come and
Let me tell you, that's it for the brother. Actually, I went there with one of my colleagues.
Okay.
So
who was also on the street.
So I say, mana opportunity, but you're going to share a funny and now to do material and so forth. It's like when they finished everything, Mr. People told me something. Young man, you have a greatness in you. I've seen a very greatness in you. And after that orientation now across the sky, you have to put money in the business before you can start the business. One first kind of shaman who didn't pan about when you scan. It's not not that was when I come final year.
That was my technical.
Oh, madam. What kind of million? Yeah. So that was my final year. So I said, I have to go back home and have a very deep thought about it. And I want to say, a man drink.
Yeah.
So that's something else you also. Madam, me I'm entirely about first. No, I'm going to chat so because I have I mean, me now. Not a club. Get them go. Me them go. Wait, nothing. Me I'm entirely about him. And then me that's. It's in Tanana Quadasso, Santa Fino, a war up to now. Because then the man had been panel. Yeah. It's so when me then I have to then I realized that I have to risk my school fees
to do the business.
To do the business.
You were convinced you had to.
So it happened to me:
business.
education, then business. Madam, if we were to do it, we can choose.
That would be a very difficult.
So I took a very bold risk.
How much were you supposed to use to start?
That was 200 Ghana cedis, madam.
200 Ghana cedis.
200 Ghana cedis.
And that was in 20.
Somewhere 2012.
Okay.
No, 2015. 2015.
Okay.
No, 2012. Because I entered Tamatech 2012.
Okay.
So 2012, that was when I had my first opportunity.
Okay.
So I risked my school fees to join
that one.
It
was another company.
Another company called My Outreach. Now it is no more.
Okay.
So I was there. I said, well, let me use the money to invest. At that time, to my friend called me. I said, business no try yes, I'll illuminate for the city for the power of this guy. Illuminate for me. Say, madam, na Bible kuya also the say illuminate for us. No.
Just because you didn't understand anything they said.
And I'm some say for any part trade black.
Bring 3 people.
Trade no. Send the 3 people.
As if we're going to kill people.
Six.
Okay.
It's only the 120 up to now.
Yeah.
120, and I'm like, well, let me take the risk.
Yeah.
So I took the risk. All die be die. So when I took the risk, and God also granted me what they figured. That is why I always tell people, in this business you are doing, without God you cannot make it.
You cannot make it. It's true.
Because anytime you are doing a business, you are pointing finger to somebody. 4 of them is pointing back to you. The one is you. So the 4 is left to be with you and not your God. So without God, you are nothing. God has given you opportunity. It's up to you to also push towards the business. So in that business, I was able to do so well.
Then it went down.
Then guess what?
Tell me.
The same man who introduced the business to me, hold man, and said, let's move to another company called HAG, Healthy Habit Global.
Okay.
That is where we find Mr. Solomon Abebe.
Okay.
Somewhere 2015. So almost 5 years ago. That's where I was able to have an encounter with Mr. Solomon Abebe. So this one was also training us gradually. Abebe was also training us. Mr. Temple was also giving me a lot of materials, training me. And this one also played a very big role in my life, Mr. Temple. I always appreciate. May God bless him so much, because wherever he goes, he always takes my hand and takes me along. So he took me to HAG, and that company too. We did very well. I was able to make at least some money a little. So when the company also came down, I went back
to Mr. Frimpong.
To not Mr. Frimpong, I moved it again, because everything came down.
So, if I understand, when you started the multi-level marketing,
yeah.
you stopped the both routes.
Yeah.
But you were still in school.
Yes.
Okay. Then when the second company also went down, you gave up.
I gave up everything.
Okay.
And
you went back to the streets
to
sell your both routes.
Because at that my both man go at least mine at least 15 season at least video.
A day.
And you know this business too, when you start initially, the money doesn't come.
Yes. That's multi-level market.
Multi-level market, that's how it works. So that's how it started. So I went back to my motto selling. Then here it goes. When I was there, then I had another call, another business too, called Gabenia. The same man, Mr. Prempon. I also got the opportunity. I went. Gabenia also came down. Then I was with Sheila, with a Gabenia, our new star director.
Yes.
I was with Sheila with a Gabenia somewhere 2015. Then Sheila Holdman's, at that time they were having a long reach an event at Men's Go. That was somewhere 2015 when the company came. Men's Vic Hotel. At the one at East Legon, opposite of Xylophone Media. So at that time, Papa Solo was the one presenting. So Papa Solo knew me already in our former company. So they were all looking for me to join Longreach. So when Sheila hold my hand and sent me to, actually he picked a taxi without my notice. We didn't know where we were going. So he didn't tell us that we are going to Longreach any event. So escort him to some place. So when we got to Men's Week, it was Longreach on opportunity. So at that time too, our one-star director, Razdo, Timwood, Christopher, Brighton Kuda, all introduced the business to me online on Facebook. So when I got there, everybody was thinking I came because of them. So all of them were like, yeah, I invited you, so you have come. Razdo was also like, I invited you, you have come. So Sheila, actually I came with Sheila. So Sheila also realized that the pressure that was going, because everybody knew that when I come, me and my brother, I'm going to build. Because all I stand in the business at for the problem Mediska, that is my mindset. I said for the problem Mediska. So when at that time, so Sheila, because Sheila wanted to cut off all the pressure from the people who are coming to me, then Sheila gave me to my upline, who is Samtech. So Samtech also registered me. Then when they said, he gave me the product and everything, and he gave me the opportunity to
launch you into the
business to also start my new business as I'm in right now, which is the Longreach business right now.
Okay, so before we go into the Longreach proper. So you've joined this fourth company.
This is my fourth company.
Yes, this fourth company, and you still haven't finished the school.
No, actually, now as we speak now, I'm doing my degree.
No, I mean the tema technical.
I didn't finish. I couldn't finish.
Okay.
Because I couldn't have the opportunity to finish.
But now you are doing a degree course.
I'm doing my degree course online as well.
That's absolutely amazing because not everybody who gets this opportunity goes back to school. So my next question is, did your lack of education or completing school impact your building of your business negatively? Were there challenges with that?
Well, actually, I always say that network marketing is not about education. Neither is about your age, neither is about neither is about your background. It's about the zeal to push the business. That is why I always tell people, when love and passion is involved, your sacrifice becomes very easy to push the business. Look at where I was coming from. Maintain love for probably it's just by the grace of God I'm learning. And by the way, I always thank my lady. She always advised me to study some English syllabus online, which I'm doing it very well, which is very good as well. So looking at it, it didn't affect me.
So all these companies that went down, were you not skeptical when you were joining Longreach? What made you decide to do Longreach?
Well, I decided to do Longreach simply because, again, it's because of my mother. It's because of my mother. Because then, when I had a Longreach opportunity to my sister were also in school. Well, almost my elder sister almost finished in secondary school as well. So I was looking at a way whereby I can make easy money to help my sister also move to
the next level.
As we speak right now, my sister is in Ghana Fire Service. As we speak right now, one of their leaders today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. So now you have joined Longreach.
Yeah.
With your background, with your training by all these well-known network marketers.
Yeah.
How did you break through in Longreach? So you've been doing Longreach for 3 years now.
Actually, I joined Longreach on the 8th of March 2016.
8th March.
8th March 2016. So this March I'm going to do my 4th year with Longreach. That is how I'm able to build with Longreach.
Okay.
And with Longreach, how am I able to succeed with the Longreach? It's very simple. One, I always tell people I don't follow my upline, either I follow my downlines. I always look up to myself. I always look at where I was coming from. Because anytime I remember my why I joined the business, anytime I see my mother carrying the profit, it tells me to push more. And it was my duty to let my mother stop that business she was doing.
Live a more comfortable life.
And as we speak now, she's very comfortable.
Okay. So how did you break through? Because you say Fanny Pabra na Bejisika. It's difficult for people to get people to sign up to do network marketing.
Yeah.
So what was your secret?
Actually, my secret is God.
Aside God.
Aside God, my secret is myself. I tolerate myself and I do it myself.
So people say no. You talk to people, they say no.
No,
they are not interested.
Network marketing is like you have to program your mind as a waiter. When you are in a plane, a waiter is serving customers. Please, would you like to, example like this coffee? Please, would you like to have some coffee? No. You don't force the person to take the coffee. You get it? You have to move to the different person. That is how I built what my network marketing. And when I joined the business, when I joined Longreach, in my first month, I couldn't get anybody to register. In my second month, still, I was not able to get anybody to register. You will ask me, wasn't I working? I was working. I was moving to Tamale, Ho, Takpati, and so on to build what? My business. I was doing presentation. I actually built a Ashaiman market. When I was starting to build a Ashaiman market, we only do 3 at the hall. Sometimes we will have the event, but not the day, how many people show up? 5. Still, I couldn't get anybody to register.
After the second month.
After the second month. My third month, still the same thing.
Wow.
I was able to get anybody to register under my team. In my 4th month, still, I couldn't get anybody to join my team.
But you kept going.
I kept going. I kept pushing. Because I knew my why.
Yeah.
I knew my why I wanted to push this business.
The why was
the one was to make money.
Yeah.
So that my family members could not hold a family meeting without
you.
And the second reason why was my mother.
Yeah.
For my mother to stop selling the bullshit on the streets. And the third main reason why is myself.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why I kept pushing. And guess what? Even in the 5th month, I have to lie to my prospect that this business is a filling station. Before my prospect was able to join.
Filling station.
And as we speak, that prospect now is taking car this year.
Wow.
He is currently number 5, almost number 6 in the business now.
Tell me the filling station story. Filling station, what was she coming to?
I did an advert on OLS. People who want to join filling station business just contact me. That's what I did.
Okay. And then the calls came.
And the calls that came. So this guy called Joseph Quentin was the one who had the opportunity to come. And trust me, that day the guy came to go into. That guy nearly beat me up.
I can imagine.
Madam, it
Filling
wasn't
station
so.
business.
Before the guy, and guess what? The guy even joined the same day.
He joined the same day.
Oh, because after the presentation, he realized that it wasn't filling station, but it was an opportunity for him.
Yeah.
And the guy too, I'm talking about too, his background is not good at all, like simple like me. So he also was so what opportunity was in the business.
Yeah.
So I quite saw the Abuba and Mami, you know. That is how God did it.
Okay.
God used one stone to kill two birds.
Two birds.
That is how God is. That is how God is so wonderful.
Yeah. So you just persisted.
I tell you.
Your passion was just too great because of your why.
Exactly.
You wanted your family members never to hold a meeting without
me.
you. You wanted to get your mother off the streets because she was selling both roads.
That's true.
And thirdly, you wanted your life
That's true.
to tell the story.
Yeah.
You wanted to be comfortable.
Because I didn't want my family members or my kids to also pass through the
Come
same
and
process.
suffer.
That is why I'm always pushing to make it in life.
Make it in life. That's great. Cloudberry, I see you have a large following. Your downlines are uncountable. They're in the tens of the thousands. How did you get all these people? Are they all in Ghana?
Currently now, my team members in Ghana, as we speak, they are not up to 1,000. Yes, because Ghanaians rejected me. My first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month, Ghanaians rejected me.
Fifth month, you got one person.
In Ghana here. My 6 months, at that time my 6 months, 7th month, 8th month, 9th month, 10th month, we were all in Kumasi. Because when I joined the business, Mr. Sami Afemeku said we were 5 guys. Myself, Thomas, Augustine, Rufus, David. We went to Kumasi to help build the Kumasi market. So when we went there, we were hustlers. So I left as chairman. My first time moving from my territory to another territory, it was a miracle. So when we went to Kumasi, still the business wasn't going well. So before we moved from Kumasi, I was then down on the way. But the business wasn't going. At that time, I was earning 40 Ghana cedis a week, 10 Ghana cedis a week. Those petty monies. So still, I had one lady in UK. The lady was actually my friend almost for past 4 years in social media.
Okay.
So when the lady was doing Organic Gold, the lady, she was a Nigerian but living in
the
UK.
UK.
Living in UK. So this lady contacted me when Organic Gold came down in UK. Then the lady thought I was still doing my former company, which was HAG, Healthy Habit Global. So I told her that no, I'm not more in the same number now. I'm now with Long. So she asked me to send her more information about Long. So I sent the lady. Then the following week, the lady came on Platinum, and that moved me to Diamond 2 automatically. So that moved me to Diamond 2 automatically. So when the lady joined Platinum, she joined Platinum VIP. So automatically it moved me to Diamond 2. Then she registered herself, like her children, 3 of her children, and and because the lady trusted me so much, she sent me money again to get anybody, 2 people who are willing to join the business but they don't have the money. So this lady sent me 2,000 Ghana cedis. And the lady I've never met before. But because she has trusted me so much, she sent me the money. And when I withdrew the money, at that time too, I wasn't having anybody on mind. The only guy I was having in mind was OPK, who is now Diamond 7 member with Sylvester Boku. So I contacted Sylvester. Sylvester was also in the military here in Aquatic 7 here. So I contacted Sylvester about our business. Sylvester said he doesn't also have money to join the business. So I was like, wow, okay then let me use this woman's money to give it to Sylvester. So I sent the money to Sheila, who is my upline, for Sheila to register OPK. So that's how I got OPK. Okay. You get it? So I'm giving you the tree, how we're able to build our international market. Yeah. So when OPK came on board, OPK got somebody, because OPK 2 was a military man, they also travel outside the country. OPK 2 doesn't know how to do presentation online. But because I was trained with my previous
Yeah.
event and previous company, I was trained how to do prospecting online, how to coach people online. And I was like, I use that same method to train OPK and the UK woman as well. So the OPK got somebody called Polani in South Africa. Then Polani got a woman called Elsie. So we created a WhatsApp group for us. So we were 5. Myself, OPK, Elsie, then who else? Elsie, then two South African people as well. So and the UK ones, we were 5 in the group. So in the WhatsApp group, I was the one always giving
The information.
We should do it. We should do it. If you have any restriction, do it. Do that. And I was coaching them, all of them, one by one, until Elsie got to understand the business. Then, just within a year, that was 2016. 2017, my team members moved to 15,000.
Wow.
15,000. 2017, the same year, due to the performance of my team, how we were growing fast, I was able to qualify for long week Dubai trip as my first trip. And guess what?
Outside the country.
Outside the country, 2017. And that was like a miracle.
Yeah.
It was a miracle to me. And guess what? In my whole family, I'm the only first person to travel to Dubai.
I see.
And not my own expenses, so free.
It was free. So within a year
of
of consistently putting your passion into this business,
yeah,
talking to people,
yeah,
you met the one person.
Only one person.
The one person who changed the story.
That is all.
And took you from the UK to South Africa and beyond.
That is all.
And within a year, you had 15,000 people in your team.
Just within a year.
Most of who you don't know.
That's all. As we speak right now, I've never been to South Africa before.
But you have a vibrant
But
team.
I have a way of communicating to them. That is why sometimes you don't need to travel to the other country. There's a way. Thank God, people have created an apps.
Yeah.
Like Zoom, WhatsApp, Viber, Skype.
So all the resources you need are around you.
Around you, just get a laptop, get a camera on it, get a good mic, fix a date. They all come on board, train them very well.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
That's all.
That is what I do. That's what I
You
do.
were just duplicating your passion in people.
That's what I do. And even as a treatment, that is what I do. My team members in USA, I've never been to USA before. I happened to be, I was supposed to be in USA, that was last year, but I couldn't get my visa. You know,
You will get it this
Amen.
time.
Amen.
You will get it.
Amen. So even my team in USA, as we speak now, me, I don't normally sleep less than 5 hours. Normally 2 to 3 hours I'm awake. So around 7 p.m. I always start to
online with them.
7 p.m. I start to sleep. By 10 p.m. I'm awake. I'll be online to 3 a.m.
Because you have to satisfy
Everybody.
across time zones. Wow.
That is what I did. And I'm able to build UK and USA market. So 2017, somewhere in May, I had an opportunity to travel to Dubai. And when I was going to
Your
Dubai,
first trip.
Master,
How did it feel?
oh madam, let me stand. Madam.
Yes, Jamil.
I remember when I'm in one city. I wasn't having even one city with me. And that was my first day. I was living in Accra. I didn't even know the way to airport. My first day to sat in an Emirates. Oh God, it was so good. It was a miracle. It was a life changing in my life.
Yeah.
It was a great testimony.
You, from the background you are coming from.
It was a great testimony.
It's a miracle.
God has really done a lot. And guess what?
Tell me.
When I came back
From Dubai.
from Dubai, somewhere September, the company said, Solomon, here you go again. We are taking you to China, free of charge. I said, where we go?
The same year.
The same year, 2017.
Now you are
At
international.
that time, my team have gone to 20,000.
Wow.
Because like the people kept joining. All I made them understood that it's for me to bring people and come and make money.
That's all.
So their mindset is that bring people and make money.
So they were also bringing people.
People and make money.
And they were making money.
It is not about the product.
Yeah, it's the story.
It is about the story. It is about how you also program your mind. I already programmed my mind as a waiter.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I've always learned in this business is about you don't need to always help your team members to grow. Help other people's team members as well. So that in case you are not around,
they can also help
your team members. I'm telling you, I've never been to South Africa before because I help other team members as well. Now, anytime a team member is also going to have an event and they don't have any speaker, somebody can also present on their behalf. That is all. So it's a teamwork.
I see. Carlsberg, you are rich.
I'm not rich.
Having 20,000 people, and they are now more than 20,000.
Oh, now close to 35,000.
Really?
Yeah.
And these are people you don't know, and they are working for you, and long which pays weekly. So I'm sure in the beginning, the 40 cities, the 10 cities you were earning is now history.
It became even history. 2018, and 2017, after coming back from China, the comments on some of we don't want you to take taxi or Uber or anything. Like, we want you to give your car. The company gave me my first Sierra brand new car somewhere in November.
You qualified for a brand new car.
Sierra worth $13,000. That was my first car I won with long wage. And guess what? 2018. I had an opportunity to travel again. I traveled more than 4 times in 2018. And 3 of them I used my own pocket money to travel outside the country to as well. To just go and have a rest, to peace of mind.
Levels don't
2018,
change.
I was able to travel for 2 cars at a spot.
You qualified for 2 cars?
At a spot, making 3.
3 cars?
Yeah.
Then 2019.
2019, I had the opportunity to qualify for my free 2-year scholarship to study in China, in Suzhou.
Yeah.
And I also had an opportunity to qualify for another car, making 4 cars.
So you've taken 4 cars?
Within a space of 3 years.
In the company?
And this 8th of March, I'm getting my 4th year. And guess what? Almost more than, my team was taking more than 50 cars. Across the world, more than 50 cars.
That's not easy, eh?
Yes,
wow.
It's just the will of God.
It's God's will.
It's God's will.
Just how God has done. And you just positioned yourself at the right time to take the opportunity and work hard. You didn't sleep. You worked hard and you were consistent. And that is how come the results were coming. And see, as you can weekly, no? That's your saying.
Well, for my weekly, I cannot disclose here, but an average weekly.
If you don't earn at all.
If I don't earn at all, not less than 2,000.
A week.
A week. As you speak, I don't know by now, but I'll let you come very soon.
Because today is Wednesday.
Yeah, I receive my Wednesday because I'm saving at Senate Bank. I'm a smart guy. But I can't have a also. And last week, just this last week, somewhere 6 March, the company was running an program, cash rank advertisement program, because I have so many accounts. Because when you join the company cannot tell you just create only one account. You can create multiple accounts. You cannot even 100 or 200 accounts. So far as you can manage and build the accounts. I had an opportunity to move my
one of the accounts.
3 of the accounts down for, and had an opportunity to qualify for 31,000 Ghana cedis, which was credited me on this Thursday.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just move to
31,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, just like that. I can even show you that letter. That's so if the camera can take it out.
And Sikano the other.
Sikano.
Who did he say?
Sikaya do.
Catch him.
But we have fucking. Oh, true. Oh, yeah, fucking. Anybody who tells you money is not sweet, money is the root of all evil. Tell the same person, Sikaya,
the love of money is
the root of all evil. Tell the same person that, oh, yeah, you're fucking. That is life. Who this guy? Who see? I'm gonna am I done this? Who this guy? So see garden sugar. Am I here? When I catch up, garden catch him up. Where a problem? Garden, madam. Even when I started language, I was still eating garri.
Till you built the business to the point where now.
To the point that I can afford pizza.
Hey, only pizza.
Oh, I don't want to be down.
Matisse help people super.
Oh, madam, that is my favorite. From here, I'm going to take it before.
Every day.
No, that is the favorite. You know, we as a networkers, we talk a lot, and at the same time, too, we don't have time.
Yeah.
So the moment you have time, you don't need to eat this rice and something. Eat fufu. Eat or eat. One of my mentors, will always tell me, Casper, chop big, eat big, and talk big.
That's all.
That is all. When you have the opportunity, it is your money. Eat. It is your money. Spend it. Your own effort. Spend it.
Yeah.
Nobody can attack you.
Because you earned it.
You earn it and not pay taxes.
Wow.
Who are working for me currently?
And every week you get money from
From
there.
language too.
It's all about multiple streams of income. So when you get the money, you also invest it.
You invest it. She is still in the share.
Okay.
Simply because she's married and you
Yeah,
don't
that's
tell
true.
couple to move from where they are.
Where they are.
But I'm building my apartment for my mother, which might have maybe I may not live much more in Ghana after for some few years.
Okay.
So I wanted to complete my house and give it to my mom
before you
I
go.
move. Yeah.
Wow. How about your grandmother?
My grandmother, she is also now living with one of his daughter's house as well.
But at least they've stopped
Now
selling.
they have stopped selling. No more selling of the crop. It has ended.
It has ended. Glory to God.
Hallelujah.
And I also read and have seen a few videos of your charity that you do. Can you talk more about that?
When it comes to Casberry Empire Charity Foundation, it is something I'm doing to give back to the society. You know, looking at where I was coming from. Let's assume you're having this phone, right? Somebody who is also having a young phone is very, very happy that he has gotten this young phone. I have gotten this Note 10, right? This Note 10, somebody is also aspiring to get iPhone 11 Pro. The same applies to money. I'm having 10,000 Ghana cedis. This 10,000 Ghana cedis, somebody is out there looking for just 1 Ghana cedis to survive for the day. At the same time, I'm having 100 Ghana cedis. Somebody is so looking for only just 10 Ghana cedis to survive in a day.
Which means in all circumstances, you are better off than somebody.
Yes.
Somebody is needy.
Like as I'm driving right now, I have my own car. Somebody inspiration is also to get just a bicycle. You get it?
Yeah.
Somebody inspiration somebody who is also in a wheelchair is inspiring to just walk. You get it?
I get it.
So whatever you have, help somebody. That is why
No matter how
small it is. Even if it is 10%, give it to the person. You might not know, maybe that person is having 90%. So you adding the 10% to what? Make one city for the person to buy kenke. I'm aspiring. My motivation is to work, to take care of my mother. Somebody is also at the orphanage home who doesn't even have a mother, who doesn't even have a father. What are you doing about it? There are people who have money, but they don't take care of the orphanage people. That is why I have devoted myself that every 3 months, me and my team, we will go to the charity orphanage and help them as much as little as we have.
So you have one particular orphanage you go to every 3 months?
Every 3 months, one orphanage. I do one at Dodowa, Potter's Village, then Osu. I'm planning to move to Tamale. That will be somewhere dream as well. So anybody who wanted to join our charity foundation, to when the time is due, you can move to my page, so monitoring, you see when my
Yeah,
time is
doing those
due.
things.
Anything you wanted to use to support,
Okay.
you can come along with it. It's free of charge. I'm paying for the transport in and out and everything. Just come with whatever you wanted to use it to support. And I'm not doing it here only in Ghana. All my teams, some people in South Africa are also doing it, some also in Nigeria are also doing it. Actually, I did it with my Nigerian team when they came to Ghana
Okay.
in somewhere June.
Okay.
I flew almost 23 members of my team members from Nigeria to come to Ghana. Just
At
to
your
do
own
it
cost?
At my own cost. I booked them for 1 good week. If they are watching, they can testify. I spent a lot. I spent almost getting to 10,000 US dollars to just do this treat for them. Simply because they helped me
Yeah.
to get the scholarship.
Yeah.
You get it? Just like I'm giving back.
Back to them. Wow. So you are looking at where you've come from,
Where I'm coming from.
where you've gotten to,
To
and how you can help others.
as
God
well.
bless
That
you.
is how I need to also support as well. And actually, I also have Casberry Global Ministries as well, where I have a lot of young prophets, young pastors, and I mean, who developing.
Are you a pastor yourself?
I'm a prophet, but normally I don't know whether you wanted to
Okay.
get into that.
Okay.
People who come to me at home, who get close to me as well, knows me very well as well. But I'm a prophet, but I don't normally want to use it to work for now. I don't want to focus, now pastors who have come, as soon as the money starts to come, they start to, I wanted to make my money before I can enter to the ministry very well. But due to that, I have a lot of young
People
pastors,
come
and
to
I
you.
mean,
But you have a church that you fellowship.
exactly.
You are a member of
Yeah,
a particular church.
I'm planning on an event called Sovereignty Conference
Mm.
very soon, which will be empowered by Casberry Empire
Empire.
very soon.
Okay.
So that's what I use my money to do as well,
Wow.
to help the God's ministry
Mm.
and so on.
That's amazing. Your story is very inspiring, because I believe there are still people on the streets,
Yeah, and a lot of
people who are in the situation you were
Exactly.
a few
Yes.
years ago,
Yeah.
but they are still on the streets.
Yeah.
So, in closing, I want you to say two things. One, to people who are doing network marketing or see network marketing as something they cannot do. You understand? Or people who are in it but think that it's too difficult, it's just for a few people and all that.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to them? And then, okay, you say that one first.
This is what I would love to tell them. Network marketing is not a magic.
And your magic,
It is not a magic. Neither even if you use magic to do,
you succeed.
you succeed. It's a matter of a process. It's a process. It's a steps. It's not a get rich something fast. Network marketing, you learn the skills. If you're able to learn the skills, that is where you can be able to duplicate and help what your success lies.
It's intentional.
Yes. It is not something that you have to like I don't know how to put it, like it's not something that you have to be rich at once. No. It's a process.
Wow.
You have to pass through the process. You have to pass through the pain. But let me tell you something. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, 1 hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, you will make it.
Eventually.
You are going to make it.
Okay.
That is how network marketing is.
That's very kind words. So, what do you say to people who are on the streets that you can identify with, who don't want to do anything for themselves? What advice do you give them in closing?
Never ever be willing to take a risk anytime there's an opportunity. Never ever lose an opportunity when it's being given to you. Opportunity might be the best of your life. Opportunity can also open a lot of doors for you. All I will tell is that be willing to grab any opportunity that comes from your way whilst you're on the street. And you being on the street winning is not an end to your life. Actually, there are even some people on the street who make more money than people who are at the bank.
Yeah.
So you being on the street is not bad, but be willing to sacrifice to move from the street.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. We are honored to have you. Viewers, this is a very inspiring story, life-changing episode with Mr. Solomon Autry. We call him Carlsberry. If you are watching us, please, your life hasn't come to an end. Your background may even not be what he has experienced. You have the resources around you. Make use of it. Next week, Wednesday, we are back here at 10 a.m. on Longbridge Stockist GH. Like the page, share it. Look for Solomon Autry on Facebook. Connect with him. Ask him all your questions. He will impact your life. And by the grace of God, your story will also be different. Thanks for joining us and see you next week.
Easy is not an option in your life. Life is hard. Life is hard. Stop wasting valuable time. You deserve to be successful in your life. Your why have to be greater than your fears in your life. No matter how difficult the situation you are in right now, it will surely soon come to pass.
Hi, my name is Solomon Autry, and this is my true life story.